In the 19th century, on San Juan Island, the British and the United States almost went to war over a pig. Yes, a pig. In the mid-19th century, on San Juan Island, the United States and the British Empire both claimed ownership of the island. Until then, coexistence between the colonists of both camps had been peaceful, right up until June 15, 1859. An American farmer named Lyman Cutler discovered a large black pig rooting around his garden and eating his potatoes. Incensed, as this was not the first time, Lyman Cutler did the unthinkable. He lost his temper, took aim, and shot the pig dead. It turned out the animal belonged to a British employee named Charles Griffin. Upon his return, the British employee discovered the scene with horror. Lyman Cutler, filled with remorse, offered $10 to compensate for the loss, but an outraged Charles Griffin demanded $100. Arguments flared up between the two men, and that is when Charles Griffin threatened to have the American farmer arrested by British authorities. To protect the farmer, the American colonists called the army for help. American Captain George Pickett then landed with 66 soldiers. In response, the British governor of the region dispatched 3 warships. Tension mounted for several weeks. By the end of the summer, the situation had gone completely out of hand. The Americans had nearly 500 soldiers and 14 cannons, while the British deployed 5 warships, over 2,000 men, and 167 cannons. The soldiers were ordered to defend themselves if fired upon, but never to fire the first shot. For several weeks, the troops stared each other down, trading insults from one camp to the other, without anyone daring to pull the trigger.
Bloody bastard!
When the news finally reached Washington and London, the leaders of both countries realized the sheer absurdity of the situation. 2 great nations were on the brink of going to war over a pig. British Admiral Robert Baines categorically refused to engage his ships in battle, declaring that he would not plunge 2 great nations into a war over a dispute about a pig. Both countries sent negotiators. The troops were immediately reduced to a symbolic contingent of 100 men on each side. The matter was finally arbitrated years later, in 1872, by the German Emperor Wilhelm I, who awarded the island to the United States. It just goes to show that in history, it's not only grand ideologies or imperial ambitions that can trigger an international crisis. Sometimes a simple pig is more than enough. This was Kaiser, and on behalf of my 2 guests, I'll see you on the next adventure.